Howdy folks, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be exclusively about the Chinese new lunar calendar. Here in World of Tanks, they've basically come up with a new loot box system, and obviously when you get the loot boxes you also get gold. So they've decided to throw in some tanks into the online store or in-game store where you can purchase these vehicles for in-game gold. Now, case in point, we've got the GSAW 110, British medium sniper tank destroyer. Problem is, gun reload is 10 seconds. It's too long. Alpha's not there. Again, you can take a look for yourself. The alpha is just not there. 360 alpha for 10 seconds? No. When I can do 390 for 10 seconds on my E50. I can do 390 for in under 10 seconds for some of my other tanks I've got. I don't know why I just switched over to my... Did you see that? Wargaming, I think you better need to take a look at that. Anyway, GSAW 110, it's a skip from me. Then you've got the KV4 Turch. This is an interesting tank. This is an interesting tank, heavy tank. It is an assault heavy tank. But the problem... Now, a lot of people will see this tank and realize what's so good about it. It's an assault heavy tank. The downside with an assault heavy tank is it lacks penetration. Now, here you can see the penetration values is 281. Let's just say that it's got a bad problem. It's got an issue with its pen. It's good for bullying medium tanks and light tanks if you can catch the light tank, and certain low armored tank destroyers, but against other heavy tanks it just doesn't compare. And 350 base view range means you're going to have to dump a lot of points into your crew, and I mean a lot. You're going to have to dump a lot into your commander and a lot into your radio operator to get your view range up, as well as take optics if you want to see anything, because again, typical Soviet tactics is can't see it, ram it. Well, if you can't see it, how can you ram it? Anyway, so KV4 Turch, it's a skip from me as well. We've also got the Walker Bulldog. This is the typical Walker Bulldog that you see in the German tech. Well, it's not the German Walker Bulldog, because the German Walker Bulldog uses the Hawk 30 gun. This is a Chinese Walker Bulldog, and I believe this uses, again, 144, 133 base pen range. You're going to have to drop a lot. Again, your commander is also your radio operator, so you're going to have to put a lot of skills into him as well. I genuinely don't think it's worth it. Plus, you can already get this tank from previous events. So if you've already got it, it's a skip. It'd be a waste of gold. And then, of course, we've actually got one tank in here that I do think players would enjoy, and that is the Gonzalo. Now, there's two versions of the Gonzalo. You have got the autoloader version, and then you've got the single shot version. They are visually identical. Let me say that again. Both versions of the Gonzalos are visually identical. Okay? And this is what throws off your opponent, because they don't know if you're the auto shot variant or the single shot variant. And the fact that they've added the single shot variant into the game, I have the autoloader variant on my North American account, but I have the single shot variant on my EU account, so I can actually do an apples to orange comparison. So, long story short, it is an interesting tank with a very trolley turret. Find yourself cresting a ridge line, hold it down, valley in certain points. You know what maps I'm talking about. This is the tank to do that. You will do it. And at 240 pen, it will make certain heavy tanks second guess their life. No ands, no ifs, no buts about it. Plus, if you tap the 2 key, I believe you do go up to, where is it? Yeah, you go up to 300 at point blank range with premium rounds. So yeah, you can go through certain heavy tanks that you will see at tier 8, like the Mautian, Tiger 2s, KVs, IS3s. Not a problem. You'll go through those like butter. Gonzalo is a definitely good pick, but the problem with the Gonzalo in this event is it's very expensive. It's the most expensive tank in there in the list, stating that the base model is literally 10,500 gold, and the Lunar Celebration version just gets a fancy skin. So all it gets is it gets a fancy skin, a garage slot, and you get some crew bonuses, which honestly, I would like Wargaming just to sell the crew bonuses as a separate event thingy, but I don't think they'll do that. But the point is, it's just not worth it. Of course, don't forget, guys, there is the OLS events also going on over on Twitch, so go watch your favorite streamers, myself included. We do have drops enabled, and you can watch us, earn drops, get your OLS tokens, and then you can spend those tokens. Let's go back to Garage real quick. Go to your depot, then go to the little there, and then you'll see your cloak tokens. I am only 20 tokens away from picking up the Konitz Panzer 105. I already have the Poodle. I don't want the KV 122, even though people are saying that it's a really good tank. I'm just not a fan of Soviet vehicles per se, except for the KV 5 and the KV 2, because they're just funny tanks. They're meme tanks. So like I said, don't forget to pick up your OLS tokens as well, again, during this lunar event. And of course, let's take a look at the actual lunar vehicles. What do you get? Let's take a look at the drop stats, shall we? Of course, it won't show my drop stats. Let's see what's inside. Okay, here is, you got a 100% chance of getting 1 to 3 days of premium, personal training manuals, universal booklets, 85,000, 150,000, or 750,000 credits. You also have a 100% chance to get credit boosters of ranging from 100%, 50%, and 3 times 50%, as well as 300% crew, 300% crew times 3, 100% crew EXP, 100% crew EXP times 2, 20% chance to get 3D style parts to put onto your vehicles. You got a 10% chance of actually getting the 3D styles. Then you've got the rarer styles for specific tanks. And then you got a 2% chance. Now, these are the vehicles that are here. You got the Yongbang, the Konitz Panzer II, the ISU 122-2, the AAT-60, the T-44-100, the Udez 033, the Maldavid, and the Kapitz Panzer K1. Now, out of all those tanks, there's actually 3 of those tanks that I think are actually worth it. Now, I'm going to take out my German bias here. As you guys know, I'm a German main. So, yes, I do want to get the Kapitz Panzer 1. Yes, it has no armor. Don't bloody care. It's still a good tank to make credits and bonds with. The Konitz Panzer 2, again, it's a love-hate relationship. There are certain CC creators out there that absolutely hate the tank, and there are certain CC creators out there that absolutely love the tank. I have not got my hands on the tank. I do want the tank because it's just, I want it for my collection. But believe it or not, oh, it's going to be the Yongbang. No, I don't want the Yongbang. I actually want, and it's a Soviet vehicle, I want the ISU 122-2. I want this thing. Now, the reason why I want this thing is because it's a meme vehicle. Take a look at the dispersion. 0.35 dispersion for a dual barrel gun that does 390 average alpha per shot. You can do over 500 alpha in this thing. I just want to see what it can do. So yes, I do plan on purchasing some boxes, but those boxes are going to have to wait, simply because I've got some other priorities going on in my life right now. Most notably, I'm getting ready to move out of this place and into a new apartment. So, tanks to avoid. So if you get them, just yeet them. I hate to say it, but the AAT-60, this is a support medium tank that can't really support. Yeah. It's got that typical... America did a version of the Patton tank called the Death Star. No, it's not the Death Star. It's something Star. Anyway, it had a 152 howitzer that could fire missiles out the same breech. They used the same turret design. And yeah, it didn't do so well. Honestly, if I did end up getting this tank, I would work with it. I'm not going to lie. I would work with it. It's a medium tank. I would work with it. But the Medvedev, it's a breakthrough heavy tank. It's Polish. And yeah, let's take a look at the gun. 440 alpha for... What's the reload? Oh, it's an auto loader. Okay. So it's an auto load. Let's take a look at the modules real quick. How many shots do we get in the breach? So we get... It doesn't say. Typical. So it's probably 3 shots. 2 or 3 shots. Yeah. So, Yeah, it's going to be 2 or 3 shots total. Again, let's take a look at the crew. 4 crew, which means the gunner is also the radio operator. And only the 1 loader. Interesting. Interesting. 390 base view range. Again, what did I tell you? 390 base view range isn't bad, but for tier 9, again, this will probably make you bonds. So that's a bonus, but it's not for me. This is the one I'm looking for. I'm looking for this tank. This is the tank I want to get into my collection. It is the Kapitzpanzer EK1. I want it for my collection simply because I'm in the middle of learning how to make my own 3D styles. And I do want to make some nice 3D styles for my German tanks that I like to play, as well as my American tanks. I do love my Shermans, guys. I'm still a Sherman main on the North American server, so Shermans have still got a little love in my heart here and there. So I will be looking at tarting up the Sherman. Again, guys, this is the one. This is the one I do want to look at, though. 370 average damage, 263 pens. That's the same pen as what you've got on the Scorpion G. However, way less alpha. Way less alpha. And of course, the commander is also going to be your radio operator as well. Yeah, so that's going to be an interesting. It's going to be a lot of resources. So if you've got a Scorpion G crew, they would fit in this just perfect. So if I get this tank, my Scorpion G crew would fit in this perfectly. But I will have to reskill the crew to increase their camo rate because again, camo is key with this thing because it has no armor. So Ares tanks, you're going to love this thing. Literally load up your HE, max out your alpha on it, game over, GG done. Especially for only 1300 hit points. My Scorpion G has 1500. So, interesting. 360 base view range. This thing cannot even spot. How is it supposed to be a sniper if it can't spot? So you're automatically going to have to throw optics in there. You're automatically going to have to run a gun stabilizer in there, which means the next stop, what's it going to be? Gun loading every 8 seconds. Rammer, I honestly think a rammer would not be worth it. I think you would go with either low noise. Yeah, you'd have to go with low noise. So it'd have to be low noise, gun stabilizer, and optics to make this tank even remotely effective. You're going to have to put a lot of investments into this vehicle to make it even remotely effective, guys. So, again, other than that, you do have a nice choice. Now, let's take a look at this Yobang. The Yobang is clearly a Soviet-inspired Chinese heavy. It's taken a little bit of this and a little bit of that and bunged it together, and we've got this thing. It's dual barrel. It's got a 3-second salvo preparation time, which means you've got to stand there. So 1, 2, 3. So if you sit stationary, run. Just run. Just run, because he's charging up. He's firing in my laser. Just run. A 245 base pen. You can angle. The caliber of the gun, though. Let's take a look real quick. Caliber is 122. So German super heavies might have a hard time side scraping against this. Might, keyword might. Let's see what take a look. HE 61mm pen, 300 with the premium rounds, 245 with base pen. Again, interesting. Gun reloading is 12.5 seconds with each shot. I can see that is a glaring weakness. So obviously when you look at that, the first thing they're going to do is bring their guns down to protect it. Just shoot the commander's cupolas on the top. Or if they angle their guns down too much, you might be able to hit a breach in the top up there, like the forehead up there. If you're aiming down, like if you're a Kashin, you might be able to pen it with that angle. Again, you have to take in shell normalization. But that's the tanks, guys. Honestly, the ones you want to really keep an eye out for. If you get any of these tanks, it's a win if you don't have them. If you've already got them, though, that's up to you. Personally, I'm just not a fan of most of these vehicles here, with the exception of those 3. So, Kanjian Panzer II, the 122-2, and the Kapitzpanzer EK1. Those are really the only things that I want out of this entire set. I mean, yes, if I do get the AAT-60, I'll add it into my collection and my rotation of my American mediums that I'm playing right now. I like to mix it up a little bit. I'm not purely, you know, not just purely the you know the beer mark, but or the Wunders beer, but I do like to mix it up a little bit. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Till then, keep your shields kind, keep your enemies down. Cobra Commander is out. I'll see you guys on the battlefield. Take care.